You know, I have a sense of guilt. I feel guilty. I have a huge sense of guilt. And why do I have a huge sense of guilt? In this country in 1995, I joined Nana Addo Akuffo Addo and many others, many friends of mine, great friends of mine, Ejiri Blankson, Akoto Ampao, Kweku Baakon, Kweku Poku, Nyahota Maklo, Victor Newman, Charles Reku Brobe, and others. I joined them. I was invited to join them and I willingly joined them. And we waged a very successful campaign against the introduction of value-added tax. One of the arguments we put up then was that VAT was a regressive tax. Has VAT all of a sudden become a progressive tax? Is VAT no longer a regressive tax? And so on. Today, some of us have the opportunity to be in government, to implement the very ideas for which we mobilized people into the streets and people died. Look at what we are doing. Look at what we are doing. After increasing the value-added tax, how can we today look into the eyes of the family of Ahunu Honga? How can we? How can we today look into the eyes of the family of Ahunu Honga and feel good about ourselves? Today, there are all kinds of reasons being thrown at us for this reversal, for this backward movement and so on. All kinds of reasons. None of those reasons can fill the moral vacuum that is created from double speak and double talk. None of those reasons. And I am embarrassed. I know why I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed today because we have set the norm. That norm that we fought against, we have set it today. Today, we are not doing anything to reverse the implementation of what we fought against in 1995, in 1996, in the year 2000. Look at petroleum prices and go back to the year 2000. Check the newspapers. See former President Kufuor, Nana Akuffo Addo, Edward Mahama and others carrying gallons to Parliament House and arguing that the price of petroleum products could be brought down by reducing taxes on petroleum products. Don't forget that. We argued that it doesn't make sense anytime that the nation is in difficulty to load petroleum prices with taxes. And that the increase in petroleum prices has a ripple effect throughout the economy and affects the lives of ordinary people in ways which are damaging and so on. I recall in 2015, I recall very clearly in 2015, I think it was in December, when the Mahama administration increased the price of petrol. And I heard His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmood Bawumia make the point that it was insensitive to continue to increase the price of petrol. I heard him. He made the point that it was insensitive to increase the price of petrol. Last year, December, after the elections, the price of petrol went up. It has gone up 4 times in 3 months. That is what I'm worried about. That is what should concern me. What kind of government are we going to get in the future which will keep its word? What kind of government are we going to get in the future which will do as Dr. Mahmood Bawumia told us he was going to do, to use production as a means of generating resources for national development rather than to rely on taxes and loans? I'm waiting for that government. I'm waiting for that government which will do as Kwame Nkrumah taught us, We struggle for national independence for two purposes. One, to achieve the political objective of choosing our own leaders in a democratic system. That was one of the reasons why we fought for independence. The second reason why we fought for independence was to be able to take control of our resources and exploit these resources for the benefit of our people. We have failed in both respects. We have failed in both respects because we have built a system that we call democratic, but which does not deliver the will of the people. And everybody knows that. Everybody knows that the system that we have built does not deliver the will of the people. We know that. Everybody knows that today, the people of Ghana have no control over their natural resources. And their resources are not being exploited for the benefit of the people. Everybody knows that today, our resources are exploited to enrich the huge directors of multinational corporations in the colonial metropolis. Has nothing to do with us. So, why? When people hear Agenda 111 and so on, you think they take us serious? The people of this country know that the police hospital in Accra, it has been built already. It just needed renovation. That renovation has lasted for 17 years. For 17 years, we've not been able to finish the renovation of the police hospital. A hospital already in existence. One of the best hospitals in our country. Renovation, 17 years we've not been able to finish. So when politicians come to you and they say that you're going to build more than 100 hospitals in how many years? How do you take them serious? When we have not completed the renovation of the police hospital in 17 years. Today, if you go to the rural communities and so on, human beings are still drinking from the same water sources as cows. As cows. This is our reality. So who becomes the presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party must be rooted in this concrete debate about who we are, where we are, and where we are likely to go. It must be rooted in the need for the fundamental restructuring of our economy. It must be rooted in changing the system of government we are running, which loads taxes on the people anytime there is a crisis. It must be rooted in a paradigm shift, which would not see grabbing of loans left, right, and center as the panacea for our development inadequacies and so on. It must be rooted in building a new system of government, which would ensure that the people of Ghana can take control of their own resources and exploit these resources for their own benefit. Who replaces the now Akuffo Addo as president must be rooted in a system which deepens liberty, the liberty of the citizen, which enhances the right of free expression, which ensures that the people of Ghana are the center of the management of their own affairs. If it doesn't happen, that debate is a completely useless debate.